All right, tech in your agency.
Tech first is we use our EzLynx. We have Agency Elephant for our automation, which has been life-changing.
Okay. How long have you had it?
6 or 7 months now.
Okay, cool.
Man, coolest thing ever. Like, I've never used any kind of automation before for anything.
Yeah.
But I always thought it's so cool if I go to a restaurant and they'll text me like, "Hey, your table is ready." Automated stuff like that. I'm like, how do they know? Like, how do they take it? So learning that, like a quote follow-up campaign, we've learned that, lost quotes, and like I'll get a text like on a Monday at 2:00, like, yes. And I'm like, yes. I sent them an automated text that I didn't even know. I wasn't even there.
Yes.
And I'm like, Now it's like, hey, so-and-so, lost your quote a few months ago. Want to see if you want to reshop that. And they're like, yes. I'm like, all right. Hey, that's a win, man.
I think something great just happened.
So that's been the coolest thing ever.
Find out what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Matt Hahn, what happened here? Something good, I think, happened.
It's been awesome, man. So I'm getting a lot of those texts now just out of nowhere, like,
cool.
Yes, or late, let's do it.
Yeah.
Which is something I've never done before.
Yeah, great.
And also for my assistant, she sees our text messages. If I'm out in Colorado with hanging with the team, you know, she can still see the text and she can reply to those if I'm not in the office. It's just such a streamlined. That's been a big process too. It's just customer service with our clients, just quick responses. You know, EzLynx, Agency Elephant, Jotforms for quoting.
Okay.
What else do I have? I'm a pretty simple guy.
So as an independent, now that we have so much more tools in our tool belt and we can actually help and change and shift policies around, I do it now at renewal.
You do.
So I'm at renewal. So there's a couple steps leading up to it. So I use a lot of automation in my agency. And so when we write the business, we put into our system, we have a different software system and we put in their renewal date. So 45 days out, it's going to send the client an email that just says, hey, your renewal is coming up here shortly. Keep an eye out for it. Have you had any major changes? Sold a car, bought it, whatever. If so, please reach out to us. And I put my calendar link in that. So I'm just letting you know that's coming. Yeah. And then at 2 weeks out to that date, you'll get a text message that's pretty much the same thing. Hey, I don't know if you saw the email we sent out. Your renewal should be processed. Go look at it. Do you have any questions, concerns, or do you want to schedule an appointment? Right. So our goal back at the previous company, we would try to meet with everybody. Yeah. I figure I'm going to get too big. I'm not going to have the time to want to meet with anyone. Right. I'm going to put the ball back in your court a little bit, right? I'm going to say, hey, go. I've told you twice. If you're interested,
talk to me. If
go
you're not,
look at it, right? You're fine. So that's the first step we do, and some people will just book appointments on that. So they get that automation every year. So
what do you use to automate?
I use Agency Elephant.
Okay, got it.
So I use Agency Elephant for that automation.
Your agency tech stack. If you say Brian Blair's name one more time, I swear I'm gonna freak out.
None of Brian Blair's tech stack.
Good, because I can't stand that guy. Although I do like his tech stack a lot. I like Agency Elephant.
So first and foremost, we start with EzLynx.
Comparative rater and management system.
And retention center is in there as well.
Yep. So you bought a couple extra layers of the management system.
Yes.
Good.
That said, you could change to another system.
And you'd be fine with that.
I'd be okay because I keep a separate CRM in HubSpot.
Okay.
And we use, so
HubSpot's your CRM.
HubSpot is our CRM. Yeah. And if it did downloads, it would be our agency management system as well.
But you had to put in all the effort to create what HubSpot is for your agency. It didn't magically just come to you.
It's happened over the last 7 years.
Yeah.
So we leverage the sales professional, the marketing professional.
I don't even know what all this is. These are sub-products inside of HubSpot.
Sub-products that we pay for inside of HubSpot. Because the HubSpot CRM at a base level is free up to 1 million contacts.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But you can pay for...
to make it more robust
to make it actually do stuff. Yeah. So we pay for their sales professional, their marketing professional. They actually host, and instead of using like WordPress, they actually have control of our website. So we do all of our manipulation in there, post the blogs.
Yeah.
It's integrated with social media to push things to business pages.
I like this.
It allows us to record all of phone calls that we make.
Yeah. Although it's not your phone system.
It's not our voice over IP system. No.
Okay.
I'll get to that in a second.
Okay. I'll be anxious to hear who you use.
We do all of our marketing automation through there.
Okay.
We do. It's chatbots for website. It's chatbots for.
They provide all the chatbots and stuff.
So I had to build them, but they're in there.
Got it.
I push ads to Facebook and Google from there. Mm-hmm. So it integrates with the ad platform. Yeah. It is a robust system that has taken me 7 years to get to where it is today. Wow. That's the.
Is there like a
HubSpot? If you took that from me, I would cry.
Yeah. Is there like a HubSpot in a box that somebody can buy? Like if somebody came and said, I want what Ron has, but I don't want to spend 7 years figuring it out and trying to build it. So I just want the Uncle Ron version of HubSpot. We can sell that to you.
There are consultants who can amass the system for you if you want to pay for it.
Yeah.
I like to tinker with stuff.
Yeah, you like figuring it out. Yeah.
So like a workflow automation. So for instance, you buy a policy from us, you get put into a list.
Right.
That you're now the customer.
Thank you for buying the policy. It's been 30 days. You haven't signed the electronic.
Now you get put into a workflow automation. Yeah. Part of it's to remind us to do stuff.
Sure.
Part of it's to communicate with you periodically throughout the year. Mm-hmm. Hey, remember that we text on our business line. Yeah. Things like that. Yeah. It can send texts. Yeah. It sends emails.
Okay, so that's your CRM. What's next in the tech stack?
So the next in the tech stack,
if there is anything else,
we are a Google Workspace shop.
Okay.
So they handle our email.
Okay.
Our cloud storage.
Okay. Got it.
All the things that you do with Google.
Yep.
Including ads and analytics on the website.
Yeah.
We currently use RingCentral for voice over IP. I don't love it.
Yeah.
But I don't have a better alternative that does what it does.
Have you ever heard of Lightspeed?
I have, and I've heard positives and negatives that make me go,
I don't know anything.
I don't know that it's worth changing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I just know that I go to these masterminds and hey, raise your hand if you use Lightspeed, and half the room raises their hand. I'm going, that must be something.
If I was going to make a change, it would be to Google Voice, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Because it would just be integrated with all the other stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Any other piece of technology?
I do use. There's some others. Yeah. Like we have a proprietary website in Texas that allows us to pull date of birth, driver's license number, VIN on cars. If we have your name and address that's associated with your driver's license.
Yeah. How much does that cost?
It costs me
chump change.
$40 a month.
That's not bad.
No. It means if you come to me through a web form, I don't have to ask you a whole bunch of personal information.
Just give me your name and number and your address.
It makes people much more at ease if we're not asking all those questions.
I like that.
Before we build a lot of rapport with them.
I like that.
And if we can't find it, we can always reach back out to you. That's out there. We do use Slack some. We use the Google Chat.
I don't understand Slack. Every time I get on Slack, I'm like, what is this? I don't understand this.
Well, so when you have people,
but I'm not that guy,
So and when you have people working remotely, it makes it easy.
Yeah, but you could just use don't get me started.
Yeah,
please don't get me started.
There's lots of different things that you could use. That's one that we do use.
But you could use Microsoft Messenger or whatever whatever. Yeah,
sure. Yeah, you can use if you're on Microsoft and you want to use the Teams product, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
The best product is the one that you actually use.
Right.
Because there's different flavors of all this stuff.
Right. Is there a tech stack where you're like, that would be a very bad tech stack? Is there a piece of technology where you're like, don't do that?
One that you pay a lot of money for and don't
never use.
Yeah. That's the worst tech stack there is. Because you're lighting money on fire.
I can support that statement.
Don't light money on fire.
We're about to go to dinner and we're about to get some tech stack. Mm-hmm. What's your tech stack in your agency?
Top to bottom?
Sure.
All right. So tech stack would be Agency Elephant, number one. And then
do you know Brian Blair?
I know him. He's a good guy. I feel like how you're breathing though.
I can't stand him.
Oh, I mean, but he's solid. He's a solid.
I don't know about that.
Matt Hahn. It's like, I know that there's a thing there. Y'all getting a tussle consistently.
No, Matt's great.
But like,
but Brian Blair.
Brian Blair, he's backup now. Like, so it's now it's Matt Hahn giving you the figure eight leg lock. You know, just over here, just getting you in that sharpshooter, and then you're done. Okay.
Yeah.
So Agency Elephant kicking off and rolling, right?
That's your CRM.
That's my client communication tool.
Okay.
Right. So outside of that, of course,
that's how you automate.
That's how I automate my conversations with clients, etc. So of course, you know, we're using EzLynx for the rater. Then we end up having Canopy, which is my favorite deck page importer, deck page finder.
Oh, okay.
They've been amazing for me so far. Had a lot of fun, helped them out building some of their Zapier integrations.
Canopy does what?
Canopy looks at Canopy allows your clients to log into with their username and password and then send you automatically all the data from their deck pages automatically.
So that you don't have to ask them
all the questions. So I don't have to ask them all the questions. So instead of me saying, hey, I assume this is as good as what you currently have.
Yeah.
No, we know exactly that it is as good as what you have, if not better.
Yeah.
So it gives us that opportunity to T-chart someone's policy, someone's coverages to put them in the best situation possible.
Gotcha.
It helps us move big policies a lot faster than they would otherwise because there's some confusion. Not everyone knows what their policies mean.
Sure.
And you'd be surprised how many times people are comparing coverages that they actually don't even have.
Okay.
Right? Saying like they're a company that has blue, that's synonymous with blue tarps.
Yeah.
Well, now we're able to walk through that in a more black and white kind of conversation.
Okay. Got it. Canopy.
So Canopy's awesome. Then you're also talking about Zylo. I use Zylo. I'm not going to tell you what they do. You either look them up or you don't. Okay. So it's fun. Then we also, of course, use EzLynx as our rater. Talked about that a little while ago.
And your management system.
And my management system. And then we also use Insurance Splash as our website creator. Then we also use TacoBot for everything that has to do with incoming messages from Facebook, LinkedIn. Well, not LinkedIn, sorry. Instagram, Facebook, or our website. It's able to end up generating that conversation.
Now that guy's a genius.
CJ is fantastic. The way that he was able to speak over the last and then I didn't realize it was his first 2 times speaking.
Yeah.
But he understands when we talk earlier about understanding what you do well enough to be able to explain it in a way that makes sense.
So simplified that everybody gets it.
He is fantastic at that.
I agree.
And breaking that barrier of a lot of people being scared of what the tech conversation can lead into, what API is,
I totally
and being
agree.
able to break it down to where people feel more comfortable with having the conversation. I feel like he's going to do leaps and bounds for the insurance sphere of being able to get more nerds in insurance.
Yeah.
Like we need it anymore.
Like we need more nerds.
Like we need more nerds.
Yeah,
right. So those are kind of like my biggest heavy hitters as far as for movement goes. Let me see here. I think that's most of kind of the day-to-day, week-to-week. I use Pic Snippets for some stuff here and there. I use Zapier or Zapier, depending upon how you want to say that, to tie things that wouldn't normally talk together. And then all of my email is done through G Suite.
Okay.
So that's basically my tech stack, but I just make it work in weird ways.
Yeah. What is Pic Snippets?
Pic Snippets. I got that actually from CJ.
Snippet?
Yeah. So what it is, it allows you to put some information from, let's say, your CRM into a visual document. So you can change basically if you're by a whiteboard and you have someone's name on the whiteboard, you can change that depending upon who you're emailing, and it will just automatically change for you instead of you having to go in and redo it yourself. Yeah. So that's just massive. It was it's a lot of fun to make things that are normally not as visual more visual.
I see.
Yeah. So it's very, very good. We use that all the time for our review posts when people post reviews for us.
Yeah.
Technology you use in your agency?
I have a automation. I think automation's huge.
You mean a CRM?
CRM. It takes it's another me.
Okay.
Doing stuff in the background that's not me doing it. It makes me there without being there. That's building, growing, and evolving as we speak. It's making the client experience what it needs to be. So it's you got to make everything simple.
Yeah.
You know, if you can streamline everything and make it simple for the client aspect, for claims, for service, for the sales, for your referral partners, they'll want to work with you. Yeah. You know, if, hey, I've got this app for your referral partners. I've got this app that you can directly send me leads. Great. Shout out to the Glove Box boys. But it's smooth and what have you. And that's what people want to work with, that are actually moving with the times. And I think that's sometimes the detriment of these carriers. They don't move with the times. They're locked up in their 1960s,
100 years,
100 years old, and they're not moving with the times and getting on with the technology. Yeah. So communication.
You use Agency Zoom?
I do.
What you use?
Yep. Agency Zoom.
Which is beautiful, right?
It's beautiful. You know, people got to understand that there's not one single platform out there that's going to do what you want it to. Yeah. That they all do
something awesome.
90% of it. But that 10% that you really want, they won't do. Yeah. And you got to find something else that will solve that or move on. Yeah. And I get stuck on that a lot. You know, I'm not perfect. Yeah. No one is, but you know, you got an Agency Zoom does a lot of great things, but I want to go take it to that next level and what have you. So it's always moving the bar. Yep.
And they just recently got bought, right? Like in the last 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, Vertafore, I think, bought them.
Vertafore bought them.
Yep. They've got a really slick platform, and it was mainly there's better agency out there that they've got a really great platform, but we had a thing with Ivan's downloads and what have you that it just
wasn't functioning
the way it would for me. And the boys over at Agency Elephant, give them a shout out too. They've got a great freaking product out there. I didn't have the time to invest into it at that. So I want to talk to those boys. They might
have fixed that by now.
I think they did, and that's why I want to talk to them again. So Brian.
Don't talk to Brian.
I know. But he's got the beard.
He does have a beautiful beard. if you like food in a beard kind of thing.
Well, yeah.
He's always got food in his beard. It's disgusting.
Really?
I'm joking. I just have to get out.
Well, you hate him, right?
I can't. I literally cannot stand the man.
I know that. I was just going to put that on there.
That's not true. He's actually a wonderful
I'm going to give it out.
His voice is not as deep as you'd expect, though. I just want to throw that out there.
Is it a high? Hi, this is Brian.
High, but it's higher. Yeah.
Grew out a manly beard just to hide the.
I said that to him one time. He got so pissed. He's going to be pissed about this. But I'm joking. I'm just joking, Brian. We love you. You're great.
The boys over at Agency Elephant, they do fantastic. Yeah. They have on their platform, they're there for their clients. I'm going to give a shout out to them because they're there every week with an online learning seminar to what do you have? What questions do you have? And they're there they're there for them.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they do great work over there. And so,
Premier Group Insurance is providing this podcast for informational uses only. This podcast should not be relied on as legal or medical advice. Reference to any specific product or entity does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by Premier Group Insurance. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply any endorsement to them or any entity they represent. Views and opinions expressed by Premier Group Insurance employees, i.e. Sean Michael Walker, are those of the employees and do not necessarily reflect the view of Premier Group Insurance. Copyright 2022. Premier Group Insurance, Inc., all rights reserved.